Nice.
Alright, so shaking ourselves prepped. Overhead arm circles, big reach, squeeze the shoulder blades together, keep everything nice, fluid, going. Down into a hip hinge, push back to the squat, hip hinge, walk forwards to a cobra. Here we go, nice big reach, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take the hands behind the back if you want, into a nice little hip hinge, slight bend on the knees, keep that back straight initially, so the hips back. Drive forwards through into a squat, trying to keep as low as we can. And then from here, drive up, back to our little hip hinge or forward fold. When we're ready, walking forwards into our cobra. Oh. And then whenever we're set, push back to that child. Drive up into our cat-cow. Come back to neutral, leg comes out to the side, foot flat on the floor, and just tease those hips back. Oh, you know that little bad boy. Back to the middle, transition across, set the posture, then through. Again, back, then we come back to neutral, and we can walk up, spinal wave ourselves up. Get that big reach, arm circles, back into that nice little hip hinge. Drive through into our squat, coming as deep as we can. Back to that little hip hinge or forward fold. And then walk her forwards into that cobra. Push the hips back for our challenge. Drive the hips forwards, our tabletop position, and our cat cow. And come back to neutral, leg out to the side, tease those hips back. Back to neutral, switch inside. Into neutral, walk yourself back, spinal wave. Up, big arm circles, and that means click, 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 pushing back on that little hip hinge, teasing forwards down into the squat. Drive the hips back into a little forward fold, hip hinge, walk her forwards to that cobra. Oh, wonderful. Back to the child. Up to a cat-cow. And that aDductor stretch, leg out to the side. Back to neutral, leg out to the side. And with plenty of transition time, so if we go over slightly, all is good. So we can walk her back, spinal wave her up. Nice big reach. Little shake, gives us lots of time to get set for number 2, which is a nice, again, big reach. Up overhead, nice little hip hinge. No weight this first set, in for a nice little lateral squat. Either side, back to the midline. Squat it down, step back. 1 press up. Back to our child. And then in, nice big motion for a lunging rotation. There we go. Big reach again, everything reach up, stretch it, get everything out, and then into a nice little hip hinge, forward fold. Spinal wave up if we want. Step out to the side, a nice little lateral squat, and then out that other side. Nice little squat, keep that back straight, abs tight as we step back to our press up position, 1 press up. Then from here we're pushing back to that child, extend, drive, and then back onto the toes, step forward, nice little lunge rotation, big movement. Make the hands down, press up position, then we transition back to the child. Up, step through, lunge rotation at other side. And then back to the press up position, You can just walk her up, spinal wave that bad boy up again. Big reach. Oh, into a nice little hip hinge. Nice stretcher. Spinal wave her up and out to our nice little lateral squat. Oh. And now I'll step back and press up. And then back to our child's. In a second, up, lunge rotation, big rotation, follow the hand with the head, back to our press up position, up child's, flat child's, step and up, big rotation, and then we can walk ourselves back up. Oh, now things are starting to move and groove.
Yes, slowly. It's Monday.
Big reach. Over and into that nice little hinge. Oh. Spinal wave up, lateral squat, out to the side. Back to the midline. And we have a step back, brace the core, in for our press up. Up, back to that child. Through a nice lunge, rotation, back to the child's, lunge rotation, pressing up, and then spinal wave that bad boy up. Ooh, big reach. Oh, and back, that nice little hip hinge, keeping that chest open. Spinal wave up. I'm going to put a nice little lateral squat in and finish it there. The shape's a bit soft because I'm getting a little glow on, which is nice.
Wonderful.
And then we just literally have plank, side plank, side plank.
Oh, now you're going to have a glow on.
Yes. Your choice, we can work it on the knee, full plank or modified on the knees. If you want to do side plank, plank, work however you crazy cats want to.
I think I'm going to start side plank, plank,
Side plank. Okay, I'm going to do the same then.
Alright.
Position myself so I can see the timer. Down we come. Here we go. Just a minute. It's all. Oh, I've got the best view of the day.
And it's wild.
It is wild. It is. Wow. Wonderful.
Oh, this is going to be the killer one for
Yes,
the day.
this little bad boy's going to bite, hopefully.
Especially that we haven't done this for a
For a while, I know. 10 seconds gone, time.
Holy! That's good.
No, not really. We've got 15 seconds left. Ooh, let's see the batting. Here we go. Last 7 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Try. Oh, did you say plank?
Plank.
Okay. There we go. Oh, I need to manoeuvre so I can see the timer. There we go.
Oh, I can feel these bad boys.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Again, elbows under the shoulders, brace the core. That's nice and tight. Halfway.
Meet me halfway.
And if need be, just take a second, come onto the knees, hold for a few seconds, come back up. Or if this is too easy, we can just raise our feet, put them out to the side, tap them. All is good. 3, 2, 1, and we are transitioning to our side plank.
Oh,
There we go.
I should probably turn around.
Wonderful.
It is.
How exercise can keep someone quiet.
I was just going to say again, say a word.
Halfway. That's it, you think, ooh, 45 seconds transition, that's long. But after the plank, you're quite happy for it.
Yes.
3 minutes of planking, you're happy for 45, and last 5 seconds. 2, 1. Oh, nicely done.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, up we come. What do we got? Number 4. Nice little squat, rotation, down into a hip opener. We're going to come back to a squat, transition through 3 shinbox and a pigeon each side, down dog on the last pigeon, which will bring us back to a nice little spinal wave overhead hip hinge, and then we can come back down into the squat and rotation. Sorry, I got lost when you went to the drink.
Oh. Cheeky.
Here we go, so squat, rotation that butt as deep as we can, push the knees out, hips stay level, rotate through from the chest and the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together, follow the hand with the head. Then we are down for our hip opener, so our Cossack first. Push that supporting knee out, then we transition into our lunge, continue through into our lateral lunge, which should be a nice little stretch after the side plank and the plank. Maybe there's a reason I put this one in here.
Maybe you didn't, you see?
I did actually. And then third one.
Ah.
No, I did, honestly.
You did?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Honestly, yep. And then we are back to our squat, and we just transition through 3 shinbox. So the knees come down 90, 91, 2, 3, and through into a pigeon. No, I did. I purposely put that there.
I'm proud of you. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
It may not seem it, I'm back to the middle, but there is a method to the madness and the running order of exercises and bits. It may seem a little nonsensical at times, but and for me I push back to that down dog. Walk her up, nice little spinal wave up, big little reach into our hip hinge, which we should be a lot lower now, and then we can come in to that squat rotation, and then down to our hip opener, transition through Cossack lunge, and then our lateral lunge, back to the middle, transition across. Yeah, it's nice. And then we go back to the squat, and we transition through to our 3 shin box, and our pigeon again, holding the stretch for as long as needed.
The more you keep the angle closer to the 90 degree, it's better stretch for the hip.
Oh, down dog. Down dog. Walk her up. Nice little spinal wave it up. Oh, perfect timing. Oh, nice little hinge. Oh, look at that. We're getting much further now. Oh, number 5. It looks long, but it's hopefully fun and go. So that nice little lateral lunge, chest opener, back to the middle, big reach, nice little hinge, spinal wave it up, boom, out to that opposite side, nice big reach, a little hip hinge, walker forwards, child's, nice little L stretch, cat cat-cow with a rotation. So hopefully the spine should be warming up as well now. You should feel each segment go. So that's the lateral lunge, chest opener. Back to the middle, reach, circles, and that nice little hinge. Spinal lever up, and out to that opposite side. Back to the middle again, nice big reach into that hinge. Walk it forwards to the cobra. Hopefully this feels much better, this walk forwards. Onto those toes, drive the hips up, heels down, foot off, down dog. Dropping the knees, pushing back to our child. Threading under and make a nice little L. Back, just tease the child again, and a nice L. This is a little tighter this side. Oh. And then we're back to neutral for our cat-cow. And a nice rotation, elbow to the ceiling. And through. And then the opposite side. Back to neutral, pushing back to our down dog. Walk her up. Nice little spinal wave up, which should take us nicely into a little lat lunge, chest down, midline, big circles into that hip hinge. Out to that opposite side. Back to the middle, big circles. And that hip hinge, and when you're ready, walking forwards into our cobra. Push back to that down dog. Now into our child. Put in, thread it through, making a nice L. Switching sides. Through. And a nice L. Coming back and in. Cat, cow, and that rotation. Back to neutral. If you're feeling another cat-cow, stick her in there. Onto the toes, drive the hips up, heels down into our down dog. Walk her up. Nice little spinal wave. And then in, chest opener. Nice big reach. Circles down to that little hip hinge. Spine left, lat lunge, chest up to the side. Back to the middle. Nice little forward fold, walk forwards to that cobra. It's flowing now. Back to that down dog. Down to our chest. And a nice little L rotation block. We can finish this bad boy off. Back to our cat-cow. Rotation. I'm going to put an extra cat-cow in between. Down dog. Walk her up. Big circles. Shake her off. Grab a slurp. What have we got?
Feels good.
10 seconds before we're back to the top for round one. Overhead arm circles, hip hinge, squat, hip hinge, cobra childs, cat-cow, aDductor stretch. So this should feel much better. Big reach up. Big arm circles, push those hips back, folding up. Drive through into that squat so we get a little deeper now. Drive those hips back into our hinge again. Walk it forwards when we're ready. Into that cobra. Back to our child. Up, tabletop, new position, cat-cow. Hopefully, this little bad boy feels much better. Our aDductor stretch, foot flat. Push those hips back. When we're ready, back in. Neutral, then transition across. neutral, into down dog. Oh, this is getting much better as well. Walk her up, spinal wave that bad boy up. Big little reach. And down for that hip hinge. Oh, pushing back to the squat. Drive into our hip hinge. Walk her forwards. Into a cobra. Oh, pushing back to our chest. Up for that cat cow. I'm going to come out to the side. aDductor stretch. Oh. Back to neutral. Transition across. And back and up we come. Nice little oh. Things are flowing. Big circles back to that little hinge. Drive it out. Pushing back to the squat. Back to that hip hinge. Walking forwards. Oh. Almost feel like a teenager.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking of.
Back to it.
Ooh. Triple.
And a cat cow.
A triple teenager.
Yeah, quadruple.
Oh, actually, yes, quadruple. You're right. I only feel triple.
Oh, well, that's good. And an aDductor stretch. And to the other side. And back and up. Nice little spinal wave. Up. Very. Oh.
Yes.
Ha
Oh, feels good.
Quite
Very well.
not bad.
Ready, Freddy.
I'm ready for now.
Hip hinge.
Overhead, now that little. Oh, let's do this with a weight this time.
Okay. 1, 2.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Down this way.
So the hip hinge, we'll work that back straight shoulder square, push those hips back, kettlebell or a dumbbell. We come in, big reach overhead, hug it into the chest, out for our lateral squat. We're back to the middle, lateral squat. That other side, we come to the middle, just squat down, weight comes down, step back, in for our press up, back to the child's. Blue lunge, rotation, back to the child's, lunge, rotation, and then we just step up, squat her up, set the posture, back straight, shoulders square, then we have our little hip hinge first, drive through, catch, reach, overhead, hugging into the chest. Lateral squat, midline, lateral squat. Nice little half squat, push the weight forwards, and then we are down for that press up. Back to our child. Through lunge rotation, big circles. Press up position, then our child. And lunge rotation. And if we can step her up, count our weight, stand tall, and if we work the core, we should be feeling our core on the transitions with the step back and the lunge and rotation and our lateral squat. And a little half squat, keep the weight forwards out the way, step back for our press up. Back to the child. Lunge rotation to the core should be nice and braced and tight. Big rotation. And again, brace, we should be feeling that bad boy here if we've been working it and transitioning correctly. So put up, grab the weight, make sure the posture's correct. Very similar position here as we had with that lunge from number 1. Up, that's a little hip hinge. Catch, reach, and relax on lunge. As I say, there is a method to the madness. Step back, in for that press up. Back to the child. Forward, lunge rotation. Back to that child. Lunge rotation. Step up, that way, we come. Oh, look at that, perfect timing.
Wonderful, that was good.
So we had with the transitions that we were doing, very similar to that little hip hinge, a
Yes.
squat there.
Wonderful.
Movements very similar.
Okay, my lord. And oh, the killer! Killer, plank.
So we just get a chance to catch your breath and breathe. Yeah.
Wonderful. Stretchy.
10 seconds, I'm going to start
Big
on my
position.
right side to begin. I'm going to go side plank this time.
Ooh.
Here.
Get the kilos done.
Yeah.
You're right on that.
Nice straight line, elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Pushing the hips up. So nice neutral spine. Cores braced, nice and tight. I've got to remember we're switching.
Yes.
Halfway.
Do you see the timer?
I can. We've got 20 seconds till we switch. Again, if you need to, come down onto the knees, hold for a few seconds, and then come back up. And 3, 2, 1, switch.
Oops.
Oh, and a nice little glow on for a nice steady. Oh my goodness, mobility thrash.
Not done yet.
No, I know. Number 5 is going to be the good one. We should be able to fly through that.
This was a good idea to target the side planks.
Yeah. Whoa, a few more sets, troops. Nearly there. And 3, 2, 1. Transition into our plank.
Ooh. That one is fine.
Good. Feels good, doesn't it?
It does. You mean the pain or the flying?
The flying. I'm just thinking of breakfast. So what delights do we have for brekkie?
Ooh, you get choice.
Oh.
Brioche bagel with cream cheese and smoked trout.
Oh, fantastic. There we go.
With cucumbers.
Yep, certainly beats
Beats
the oats.
the oat?
Beats the oats, greens powder, banana, orange.
Yes, it does beat the oat.
Last 5 seconds. And that is our time.
Yes.
We are up for number 4. Squat, rotation, hip opener, 3 shinbox and pigeon, down dog, overhead reach and hip hinge.
Wonderful. I'm up for it.
which will tie us in nicely for number 5. And for number 5, work at your own pace. If you feel to move quicker, move quicker. You want to work slower and have a very purposeful movement. Work it however you want.
Okay.
It's your training. You're training your time. Here we go. Squat rotation, drop that butt down, push the knees out, hips stay level, rotate through from the chest and shoulders. Back to the midline, and through, down to our hip opener. Again, work this at your own tempo. Transition across, keep as low as we can. And through, and continue through. We are back to the squat. Oh, and that's right, we transition through 3 shinbox. 1, 2, 3, and then through for that pigeon. Right, one of my faves, this.
It is good for the glute.
And when you're ready, back to the middle, transition across. 1, 2, 3, pigeon, other side. Oh, and a bite in the butt.
Yes. Wonderful.
Now when you're ready, push back to that down dog. Walk up, nice little spinal wave. Up, big reach, into a little hip hinge, and back down to that squat, and rotation. And again, down for that hip opener. Back to the middle, and transition. 2, 3, and a pigeon. Now when we're ready, back to the middle, breathe to the side. And when you're set, you push back to that down dog. Walk her up. Nice little spinal wave. Up. Big little reach. There we go. So, last one.
Rest.
You want to add little bits in, you're feeling little bits to flow, go and add them in. Tempo for the lat lunge and opener. Work at your own tempo. If you want to move quicker, move quicker. I'm going to speed a couple of those little bits up. Maybe the second time through. First time I may work a little slower and more precise. Second time I'm going to work a little quicker. What have we got? Here we go. Lat lunge, chest opener. There we go. Oh, midline. Big reach. And a hip hinge. Spinal wave up. And that lat lunge, chest opener. And a big circle. Nice little hip hinge. Walk forwards to that cobra. Oh. Pushing back to that down dog. Now I'm going to add in a spinal wave and cobra here, so I'm going to come down to child's. Spinal wave and cobra. Back to my child and the L stretch. And just switch it. That other side. Back in for that cat-cow. Oh, nice little rotation. And I'm going to put the Allen again there. Ooh, wonderful. And finishing with the next little cat-cow. And then back to her down dog. Walk her up. Spine away that bad boy up. You get a nice big little reach and then explode into that lat lunge. Chest open. And a little forward fold. Spine away up. And out that little lat lunge. Big. And then a nice little hip hinge. Walking forwards to our cobra. Back to that child. Sorry, down dog. Then the child. And again, I'm going to add in that nice little spiral way through. Back to our child. And a little L. Rotation. And up for cat-cow. Wonderful. So, rotation, rotation that other side. Oh, nice little cat-cow. Push back to her down dog. Walk her up. Spine all the way for up. And then we are back in. Oh, and we're going to get one more. Down touch. And
Session complete.
right away. Right touch. And a little outstretch. Oh. Nice teeth on the little child. And that. Oh, wonderful. And a cat-cow. And I'm going to put a cat-cow in between every rotation this time. Rotate one side. Oh, cat-cow. Rotate the other. Oh, cat-cow. Oh, back to our down dog. Walk her up. Spine away that bad boy up. Big little reach. And there we go. Oh, nicely done. I hope everybody enjoyed that nice little flow to get the week going. Certainly got a nice little glow on. Enjoy the day, enjoy the week, and we will see you Wednesday morning.